Bachelor in Paradise host Chris Harrison speaking out in the wake of that alleged sexual misconduct that halted production.
I think the script was just so funny and so lean. It just really made me laugh out loud when I read it, and that's such a rare thing.
Scarlett Johansson and the cast of Rough Night getting rowdy at the New York premiere.
I especially want to say thank you to the people that have been with me, riding with me, being a witness.
Katy Perry wrapping up her 4-day live stream with a concert and a plea to make amends with T-Swift.
Well, if you were hoping for Oprah to run for president, don't hold your breath.
Yeah, we'll tell you exactly what she said.
And Megyn Kelly facing some backlash following her interview with Sandy Hook hoaxer Alex Jones.
It's kind of a recorded version of him and his love for music, even after Alzheimer's.
Glenn Campbell's daughter and wife open up about the country legend's final album and his final stages of Alzheimer's.
Plus, there's a new pregnancy in Hollywood. We'll tell you which of your favorite stars it is today on People Now. Let's go. Happy Tuesday, Facebook Live and People.com. Welcome to People Now. We've got a lot to get to today, including Vanessa Williams and Star Jones opening up about the motivating advice that they would give to their younger selves. So we are turning the question on you. We want to know what advice you would give your younger self. Let us know in the comments. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Bachelor host Chris Harrison is addressing the scandal that halted filming of Season 4 of Bachelor in Paradise. The longtime ABC host has released a statement which People has obtained. Harrison saying, in part, out of respect to all involved, there's only so much I can and will say at this time. Normally, with a situation like this, I would not say anything until the incident is fully resolved, but with all the rumors and misinformation being put out there, I don't find that to be possible anymore. Harrison continues saying, the safety and care of the cast and crew of our show is of the utmost importance to us. It is with this thought in mind that we made the decision to suspend filming. An investigation into the situation was started immediately. The Bachelor franchise host also says that Warner Brothers is moving quickly to gather all the facts for the investigation, and that when that is completed, quote, a clear, concise decision can be made about where we go from here. Harrison's statement continues to say there are a lot of competing details in the various press accounts of the incident, and there's a lot of misinformation out there too. We urge everyone to be patient until the investigation is complete. Harrison vowed to keep fans as informed as possible, saying, I know in this day and age we want and even expect immediate answers, but in this case, it's just not possible. So again, I urge you to please be patient and respect the privacy of the parties involved. I will keep you as informed and up to date as I possibly can. The statement concludes, we're sorry for any inconvenience and disappointment this may have caused the cast, the crew, and our loyal fans. It is my sincere hope that we can come to a quick resolution on this and get back to work very soon. On Monday, 2 sources confirmed production was suspended after a producer raised concerns about an alleged sexual encounter between contestant Demario Jackson and a female castmate, both of whom had reportedly been drinking heavily all day. No charges have been filed, and neither party has spoken out publicly about what happened. And guys, stay on People.com for more on this story as it continues to develop. Now watch this.
Well, Sandy Hook's complex because I've had debates where we've devil's advocate said the whole story's true, and then I've had debates where I've said that none of it's true.
New NBC host Megyn Kelly is facing some backlash following her interview with Sandy Hook hoaxer Alex Jones, and now a leading gun prevention organization, Sandy Hook Promise, has asked Kelly to step down as the host of their gala Wednesday in Washington, D.C. A statement from the organization explained their decision, saying, quote, Sandy Hook Promise cannot support the decision by Megyn or NBC to give any form of voice or platform to Alex Jones, and have asked Megyn Kelly to step down as our Promise Champion gala host. Jones, who claims the tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut was a hoax, asked for his interview to be taken off the air Monday, tweeting, I'm calling for Megyn Kelly to cancel the airing of our interview for misrepresenting my views on Sandy Hook. The interview is set to air June 18th, and now the Wall Street Journal is reporting that J.P. Morgan Chase pulled all their local TV and online ads from NBC until after Kelly's interview with Jones airs. Well, Oprah Winfrey acts, produces, runs a network, and of course, is a legendary talk show host. But would she ever run for public office? O says no-go to that in a wide-ranging interview with the Hollywood Reporter's Awards Chatter podcast. Winfrey saying, I will never run for public office. That's a pretty definitive thing. Trump famously said in 2015 that Winfrey would be his ideal running mate, predicting that the hypothetical ticket would, quote, win easily. Winfrey responded during his campaign, however, that she supported Trump's opponent, Hillary Clinton, and asked whether she thought she could pull off a victory over President Trump if he sought a second term. Winfrey said it didn't matter, saying she didn't know and adding, "I will never have to know the answer to that because I will never run for public office." The hour-long podcast also delved into Winfrey's views on race in America and her response to the recent controversy surrounding HBO host Bill Maher's use of a racial slur, for which he has since apologized. Winfrey told The Hollywood Reporter, "I think the word should be eliminated from the lexicon. I think it should be eliminated for everybody." All right. Andrea Boehlke, good morning.
Well said. Good morning.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling really great.
Here we go.
It's Tuesday. Things are good. Let's check in with Facebook Live. Since Vanessa Williams and Star Jones are revealing the advice that they would give their younger selves later in the show, we want to know what your advice would be to your younger self.
All right. What are some?
Marty says, don't stress over what other people think. They most likely won't be in your life in 10 years anyway. That's great advice.
I love that. That is very good advice, and we will keep looking for
No
your
stress.
advice. Keep the comments coming in. Stay stress-free. We'll check in with you again soon, but first, Andrea, more trending news and Star Trek.
Yes, I do, Jeremy. We've got some highlights from Monday night's rough night premiere this morning in Star Trek. Take a look at this.
I think the script was just so funny and so lean. It just really made me laugh out loud when I read it, and that's such a rare thing.
Scarlett Johansson was all smiles at the premiere of her new movie, Rough Night, which follows 5 best friends from college who reunite 10 years later for a raunchy bachelorette party. Besides our girl ScarJo, the female-centric cast also includes Kate McKinnon, Zoe Kravitz, Jillian Bell, and Alana Glazer, with a special appearance by 54-year-old Demi Moore. Demi opened up about working on the film, admitting that she had an absolute blast. Watch this.
It's incredible. I'm so happy that they asked me to do it. I had so much fun. They're incredibly smart, and it was a really smart script, and what we were able to do once we were on set was even better.
Love that. And Rough Night hits theaters this Friday, June 16th. All right, moving on to this.
I especially want to say thank you to the people that have been with me, riding with me, being a witness.
Katy Perry wrapped up her 4-day live streaming album extravaganza with a special outdoor performance on Monday. The singer performed for 1,000 of her fans at a local Los Angeles high school, delivering high-energy performances of some of her classic tunes. During the set, the Grammy Award-winning singer changed a lyric in her new single, Swish Swish, after many speculated it was a subtle dig at fellow pop diva Taylor Swift. Perry replaced the line, "Don't you come for me," with "God bless you on your journey, oh baby girl." Of course, Perry and Swift have been tangled in a long-rumored feud, but the Teenage Dream singer swiftly apologized during her live stream tour, saying it was time to make amends. During the concert, Perry rocked a shimmering mirror ball-inspired ensemble, but ran into a slight wardrobe malfunction mid-performance, ripping a hole right down her pants. Twitter quickly recapped the moment, quoting Perry as saying, "I got a hole in my pants and the whole world is watching. I literally can't believe I have a hole in my hoo-ha." In classic Katy Perry fashion, the singer quickly laughed off the incident, but fans were certainly not laughing once the live stream officially came to an end. Romy on Twitter writes, "This is me wondering what I'm going to do with my life now that the live stream is over." Astrid echoed those same thoughts, tweeting out a hilarious gif with the caption, "Me after almost 4 days of Katy's live stream." Love that one. Another user saying, "When you're about to tune in, but remember it's over." Oh no, perfect gif right there. And some fans even got a bit sentimental. Gabby writing, "This weekend we fell in love with Katy Perry all over again, and it will never be forgotten. Thank you, Catherine. We are all growing with you." Very sweet. All right, moving on to this. Elle Macpherson and billionaire husband Jeffrey Soffer have called it quits after nearly 4 years of marriage. A source close to Jeffrey confirmed the breakup to People. The couple married in July of 2013 during a small ceremony in Fiji. Elle has 2 sons from a previous marriage and was reportedly linked to Billy Joel before he married Christy Brinkley. And Jeffrey had previously been linked to Gwyneth Paltrow. All right, moving on to some baby news. There's apparently one more thing to love about Julia Stiles. The star is pregnant. Her rep exclusively reveals to People that she and her fiance, Preston J. Cook, will welcome their first child later this year. The couple have been in no rush to say I do since getting engaged on Christmas Eve in 2015. They met on the set of 2015's Go With Me, where Cook worked as a cameraman. Julia can be seen rocking her baby bump in a recent pic that was taken with radio presenter Nick Snaith of Magic FM in London. Gotta say, Julia is looking fabulous. And those are your Star Treks for today.
Stay with us, guys. We've got all the details on Teen Mom OG star Amber Portwood's wedding being postponed from fiancé Matt Beyer. Plus, Vanessa Williams and Star Jones are revealing the advice they'd give to their younger selves. Stick around.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
All aboard! Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip took a fun ride on a train today to celebrate the 175th anniversary of Queen Victoria's first royal train ride as a monarch. They're retracing her journey from Slough as the first British monarch to travel by train in 1842. After recreating the journey, the royal commuters were greeted by school children who were definitely very excited to see them. And that's not all the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh have scheduled for today. They will be attending Evensong, a service of evening prayers at the Chapel Royalhampton Court Palace. Busy day for those two.
How'd the interviews go?
Good.
Same questions over and over and over?
Basically.
You look spectacular, by the way.
Thank you.
Seems like there was some tension on Monday's episode of MTV's Teen Mom OG with Amber Portwood and fiancé Matt Beyer, forcing her to make the difficult decision to call off their wedding. It all went down after Portwood became aware of Beyer giving Caitlin Baltera a Xanax when her co-star began to experience a panic attack while they were in New York City. Portwood, who in her own words began to, quote, freak out, halted their wedding, stating that Beyer was supposed to be sober and not in possession of any drugs. Beyer tried to get Portwood to forgive him, but she wasn't having any of it and declared she wouldn't marry him anymore. Later on, Beyer approached Caitlin with an apology for causing a mess and explained that a friend of his had given him the Xanax in case Portwood needed it on the plane. Caitlin tweeted after the episode aired and clarified that she did not take the Xanax Beyer had offered her. In speaking to her fellow co-stars later in the show, Portwood admitted she and Beyer had never been to therapy together, despite her expressing a desire to go before they tied the knot.
We never really made it, baby, but we came pretty close. Adios, adios.
Well, that's the title track from Glenn Campbell's final album, Adios. It's our Toyota People pick of the day. The country music legend is in the final stages of Alzheimer's, but recorded the album in 2012 with the help of family and friends, including his wife Kim and his daughter Ashley, who I just sat down with. They revealed what this album means to Glenn and opened up about his condition today. Watch this.
Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear a word they're saying, only the echoes of my mind.
Well, it means a lot to me to have this album finally coming out because it's kind of a recorded version of him and his love for music, even after Alzheimer's, because, you know, it obviously has taken a lot away from him, but it didn't take his voice or his soul, you know, in the music, and so that's what you hear on this record. I played banjo on Everybody's Talkin' and Arkansas Farm Boy, and then I sang background on a couple songs, but I think the one that really means the most to me is the Arkansas Farm Boy, because it's my dad's story, and it makes me almost cry every time I hear this song.
And the memories run wild in this Arkansas farm boy would give all he owns just to go.
Just feels like I'm connecting with my roots.
And Kim, you wrote in the liner notes for Adios that you all laughed more than you cried when you were in the recording studio. I mean, what did it mean to Glenn to be able to have all you there and do this one last time?
I think it meant the world to him. I mean, he's had a close relationship with Carl Jackson, who was his banjo player for 12 years. And he loved being in the studio, and he was struggling, you know, with Alzheimer's, but he had the ability to laugh at himself. So every little mistake was just hysterical to him, which made us laugh, you know. So we just had a great time.
It's very inspiring to see how he's handling everything. He is in his final stages, but has he been able to listen to his album? What was that experience like, having him hear the music?
Well, because of his condition, he has trouble receiving information, so he can hear things, but he doesn't really process them, and he doesn't process what he's hearing. So you can play him music, you can talk right to him, and he might not even notice that you're talking at him. But we've definitely played his album for him, and we put on music for him all the time, and I play for him live in his room. And, you know, it's like sometimes he tunes in and sometimes he doesn't, but I think no matter what, it's very comforting for him, because sometimes he'll just close his eyes and kind of smile and start singing along, even though we don't know what he's singing along to, but like, he's got a song in his heart, and it's really beautiful to see that.
This is Jennifer Aniston, who told people her beauty secret. It's called water. This is Julia Roberts, who confessed her $1 million beauty treatment. It's called sleep. This is Courtney, who escapes to the spa. And Michelle, who swears by good lighting. And this is Beyonce, who woke up like this. These are people's insider trading tips to beauty from the world's most beautiful people. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
Well, guys, Vanessa Williams and Star Jones are both powerful and very successful women now, but that was not always the case. So when I just sat down with the Daytime Divas star and executive producer, I asked them what advice they'd give their younger selves, knowing what they know now. Here's what they had to say.
Mine definitely is health, to make my health a priority. I was sedentary for many, many years. Pretty much everyone knows that I was obese and then morbidly obese because I never made health a priority. I was always a smart girl in the room, but very stupid when it came to my health. If I could talk to my 17-year-old self, I would say, get your butt off the chair, eat less, move more, and save your own life. Sure. That's what I'd say.
Good advice.
I would say you don't have to try so hard, because so many people get so obsessed with being something that they're not to show that they really are worth it, and people will eventually see you're worth it. So just continue your path, take a breath, know who you are, know that nothing around you is going to change who you are. You are who you are, and when the dust settles, people get a chance to see who you really are and what you can really do.
Great advice.
All right, let's check in with Facebook Live one more time. We've been talking advice that we would give our younger selves.
All right, Cindy says save more money, and Thomas says save more money.
Okay, yes, that's very important. Tonya says tell yourself move on from the small stuff.
I like that.
Lynn says you cannot hang out with negative people and expect to live a positive life, so choose carefully and find those friends with happiness in their heart.
Lily says stay away from straight men. They lie, cheat, use, and abuse, and will destroy your life or try
True
to.
That.
Is that right?
Very true.
Okay, not
all straight men.
Not all of them.
No, there's some good ones, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, Ellie, the director, he's not one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys. All right, look, on a different note, Tara says, Andrea, more like Tandria, hope you enjoyed your vacation.
I do look pretty tan.
You do look very tan. You had a
great.
nice time out there.
I did, a lot of tanning. So thank you for noticing, Tara.
Woo, goodness.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the comments. Be sure to catch us again tomorrow. Tandria and I will be here again at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Colton Haynes is dishing on keeping up with Scarlett Johansson on the set of their new movie Rough Night, plus Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, and China Ann McClain will be joining us live to give us all the scoop on their highly anticipated Disney Channel original movie, Descendants 2.
Thanks for watching. And for now, we leave you with one last thing from World of Dance judge Derek Huff.
Tandria.
Ha ha.
Hey, I'm Derek Huff, and this is one last thing. The last thing I Googled was, I don't remember actually. What did I Google? Did I Google myself? I hate to admit it, but I might have. The last time I treated myself was the other day when I ate about 4 bags of popcorn and woke up with a popcorn hangover. The last time I laughed so hard, I cried was, was on stage with my sister. Julianne and I were singing, and we just corpsed on stage. We just were laughing, and we actually had to stop the show and start over again. Start the song over again because we were laughing so hard. The last song I had stuck in my head was the Coldplay song, I want something just like this, do-do-do-do-do-do. You know that song, right?
Something just like this, do-do-do-do.